Could foam rolling your sciatica make it worse and prevent you from recovering? Although foam rolling in general can feel good for some and may improve range of motion temporarily, foam rolling is not always a good idea for sciatica, just like pineapple on pizza or not returning your shopping cart. Except in this scenario, I can give you a simple solution if you're willing to put in a little bit of effort. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott. We've helped thousands with back pain and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to explain why foam rolling is a bad idea for sciatica and my top 5 exercises that you can do instead to get pain-free. So first, how can foam rolling be bad for sciatica? Well, first let's understand what sciatica is. Sciatica is a general term that refers to pain down the back of the leg following the sciatic nerve path. Several things can cause sciatica, but when most people refer to sciatica, they're referring to that tight, nervy, achy pull down the back of their leg. This is typically caused by a disc pushing directly on a nerve or a nerve root being inflamed or irritated. So what primarily causes your pain to increase as it relates to the sciatic nerve? 2 things cause nerve pain to get worse: tension and compression. Tension is caused by putting an unwanted stretch on an irritated nerve. You may have noticed that stretching your hamstring or bending forward to pick something off the ground increases your leg pain. This is because it is increasing nerve tension as a result of putting the nerve in a stretched position. Now, compression can happen directly on a nerve root, either by a disc bulge impacting the nerve or even bone impacting the nerve with common conditions like stenosis. But it can also occur in peripheral regions as well, like the commonly referred to Piriformis syndrome, which is typically explained by the Piriformis syndrome pinching down on the sciatic nerve. Yeah, this is because of compression. So if your sciatic nerve is sensitive and you sit on a hard object like a foam roller trying to work it into that glute and release that piriformis, it is compressing the nerve even more. And nerves do not want to be compressed. So many people tell us how they feel flared up after trying to stretch their hamstrings or piriformis or foam roll their hamstrings or piriformis. And it's because of exactly what we're discussing today. Smashing an irritated nerve or muscle is not helpful. It will delay healing or even make your sciatic nerve pain worse. So hopefully that made sense and now you know what not to do. So what should you do? Well, you're smart to ask. I have 5 top exercises to target your piriformis region without foam rolling it to unlock your pain. First, get in a pigeon pose. Wait. Grant, didn't you just say that stretching your piriformis or the nerve can make it worse? And doesn't getting in a pigeon pose directly stretch the piriformis? Yes, you're right, but give me 10 seconds and it'll make sense. We aren't just gonna sit in the pose all lazy-like, playing on our phones, stretching a sensitive nerve. We know we need active exercises to get better results and avoid irritating the nerve. So instead, get in a pigeon pose, then pick your hip off the ground. Hold and rock forward and back. This will mobilize your sciatic nerve through your piriformis region and mobilize your piriformis muscle as well. Continue back and forth until you feel like your gluteal muscles have got some solid work in, or until that sharp stretch sensation has reduced. Now second, starting in the basic pigeon pose again, simply drive your knee into the floor, pick your hip off the ground as high as you are able, then slowly lower it back to the ground, focusing on the eccentric contraction. I call these pigeon drops, and they help stretch and strengthen the piriformis at the same time. Number 3 is our banded clamshells. But unlike traditional clamshells that don't really take that much effort, we aren't just gonna lay on the ground. We're gonna pick our whole body off the ground using our glute and hip muscles. So lay on your side in a side plank position, performing it as if you're going to use your knees for support. Bring your knees up to flex your hips a little bit. Put a band around your knees. And if you don't have a band, it's okay, you can do it without it. Now drive your bottom knee into the floor as to pick your hip off the ground and raise the top knee to the sky. Slowly return to the floor as you bring your knees together and repeat. This is a fantastic strengthening exercise for the piriformis and other hip muscles. Number 4 is a little different. We are sitting on the ground in what I call our oblique sit position. Brace your core, pick your body off the ground, and focus on contracting your glute and inner thighs. Slowly lower to the ground at like a count of 5 and repeat. This is one of my favorite movements for bulletproofing the hips, and it targets the piriformis in a unique way. And of course, perform this on both sides. And lastly, number 5 is a modified piriformis stretch that will help you avoid negative side effects and get a better result. What I mean by this is if you analyze how people perform traditional piriformis stretches, usually in a chair or on the floor, they are often forcing the lower back into a flexed position as to try to enhance the stretch. Well, all this does is puts more force on the lower back, and for many people with sciatica, disc bulges can be a common underlying root cause. So if you're forcing your back into this flexed position, it can increase pressure on the disc, which will then increase pressure on the nerve, which will then increase your nerve pain. So instead, what you are going to do to avoid extra disc and nerve pressure is lay on your back, scoot close to the wall, stretch your legs out, putting your feet on the wall, cross one foot above the knee of the other leg, slowly lower the foot down the wall as you increase the stretch on the piriformis in doing so. Now, while in this position, you can push on your knee to increase the stretch and help mobilize the nerve. The reason this stretch variation is so important to understand is because it reduces pressure on the disc by keeping your back flat on the floor, which helps you avoid making out mistakes that you do in other positions. So what's absolutely crucial is fully understanding what is causing your sciatica. Is it an irritated piriformis muscle? Is it a disc bulge pushing on a nerve causing compression? Is it an irritated nerve root that doesn't want to be stretched? After we identify the exact reason for your pain, then we know which exercise to do and which plan is right for you. These 5 exercises are amazing and have helped many of our clients get initial relief. But chances are high you are like them and want total relief that lasts with a solid plan to get you there. So how they achieved an average of 37% reduction in their pain was by identifying the source and then what exercise to do using our centralization process. Then they knew the right plan to follow, which has helped some individuals get 100% pain relief within as little as 8 days. Yup, I just said 8 days. Here's a review right here of one of our clients explaining their results. You can pause it and read. So if you want to dive deeper with me and get a structured plan to healing and want to see how fast you can get pain-free, just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 to get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues using my centralization process. Do it right now so you don't miss the opportunity to finally beat this pain and live the life you deserve. Those who are serious are texting me right now. And after you text me, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, join my private Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program, for more free content, resources, and guides. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program.